Scott, you want to go to Cheesy Charlie's?
It's so craven.
When I say Cheesy Charlie's, I'm like, Chuck E. Cheese.
It was Cheesy Dan's in the show.
Is it cheese? I thought it was Cheesy Charlie's.
No, it was Cheesy Dan.
Did I hear that wrong?
Yeah, you did hear that
right
wrong.
at the beginning. Why have I heard Cheesy Charlie's before? Is that something else?
I don't know. I
I
mean,
thought it was
okay.
Cheesy, it was Cheesy Dan's. That doesn't
I
even...
literally wrote in my notes when we got to that scene, Chuck E. Cheese Beyond.
Yeah. I mean, it totally is. It definitely totally is. Well, I thought I said Cheesy Charlie's. I've heard that somewhere, and I don't know why. It just rang in my brain. Anyways, that's besides the point. Welcome, everybody.
But
It's DC Fan-imated time.
I think it's on point. It's not a tangent. There we go.
But thank you guys for joining, of course. It's kind of funny because one of the things that I was actually going to say, like right off the bat, was Scott.
Yes.
You and I are men.
Yes, we are men.
And we saw a movie last week that had two lovely ladies with some gratuitous scenes in it, but it ended up being just a really crappy movie, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yeah. Did you ever? Okay, so did you ever post a first reaction? I kept on waiting. Okay, I just missed it.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay. I have to go back and find it then because I was looking for it and it must have you must have waited so long to post it that I stopped looking.
I posted it the next day.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't post it. I posted the next day because I had a later showing, and I was just tired, so I posted it the next morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have shoulders?
Did I what?
Do you have shoulders? I mean, when you do, I remember we used to do your Sunday morning coffee streams. It was always like, you drink your coffee and you not have your shirt on. You said you wouldn't have your shirt on, so it was all about your shoulders. And I've known you for this long, Dave. I remember streams you don't even do anymore.
I know. Those Sunday morning ones were fun. They were fun. They were definitely fun. Yeah, I know. My first reaction wasn't like, it was like, the thing I liked about it was Margaret Qualley,
That was the reason to like this. If you were going to like anything in this movie, like that was the thing. But dude, did you see my reaction?
Yeah, I saw I saw your tweet.
Yeah, well, that was I didn't do a video. That was that was my review. My first line was, I miss Joel.
Yeah, it was weird because it had all the makings of it, but that script somebody needed to come in there and
Did you ever see Drive Away Dolls?
I don't think I did. No.
Okay, so people who did not like Drive Away Dolls, I read the reviews, and their reviews for Drive Away Dolls and their criticisms felt like I was reading my review for Honey Don't.
Okay.
And apparently he and his partner Trisha Cook are making another one, and they're calling it like the lesbian B movie trilogy. And I'm just like, no, you've already subjected us to two of these. Like, no, you don't need to go and make another one. No.
Yeah, it was, man, there was even times where I felt like I wanted to doze off in that movie.
Yeah, it was dull.
It started off where I was going, okay, and I like her character. Her character was great. Put her in another kind of investigative kind of story.
Put her in a movie with a better script.
Yes. But everybody else was kind of, Aubrey Plaza. I was like, I don't even know what you're doing. Besides finger blasting and doing all that kind of stuff. But all the time else, I'm like, Aubrey Plaza is not that great an actress, is she? She just, I think she has potential, but this performance sucks. Her performance was not good.
It was just not a good movie.
It was a disappointment. I had to bring that up. I know this is not anything DCAU related, but it was just kind of funny because, we
were both kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I was looking forward to it. We talked about it last week. Like, hey, look forward to our reviews. And I walked out there going, I liked it, but I didn't. Because I liked her.
I just didn't.
I just liked her. That's what when I gave my full review on the Vox stream, I was like, nah, it's not. I just liked her. Like, just when she was on screen and this, like, her reactions, her voice and everything was great. But everything else, what the hell? I barely remember.
Yeah.
There was like no payoff. There was no real
There
payoff.
was no payoff.
Yeah.
My thing was, my review said it underwhelmed and underdelivered as either a comedy or a noir detective story. Like,
Yeah.
be one or the other, or you could have been both. But when you didn't do either well, and the sad part is that when the Coen brothers, you know, did noir, or Joel did noir, they did Miller's Crossing together. Joel by himself did Blood Simple, which I watched 2 years ago when I like did a full-on noir November watch.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah. I mean, again, there was like scenes that dragged on. That
yes.
was like, okay, when is this gonna like go to the next scene? I'm like, now we're just random dialogue, and I
And
get
then
it.
there were scenes that when you got to the end of the movie, you go back to the scenes and go, "Why was this in the like this?
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with any like. What does this have
Yeah.
to do with the movie? It literally does not add to the movie as a whole." And
Yeah, well, there you go. There's our disappointing movie watch. But yeah, like I said, there is some lesbian sex scenes in there. Hey, those are something. I mean, that's the good thing about Aubrey Plaza. She knows how to moan. Anyways, other than that, her character and her accent that she had, I was like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing with that. But all right. Hey, we're gonna be talking about Bloodsport. Of course, not that Bloodsport.
no,
It's just
not
the
that
title of
Bloodsport.
the Batman Beyond episode. This has nothing to do with the DC character that is Bloodsport. Nothing, like really nothing at all.
Well,
this character reminds me, if you were to combine from Street Fighter, Dalsym and Sagat into one.
ooh,
Yeah.
oh yes,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like they
Yes.
combine the look of those two characters.
And I recognized the Stalker, which is the character's name,
Yeah.
and I recognized his voice immediately.
I did not. Damn it! I better not be disappointed.
You're not going to be that. You're not going to be that disappointed. This is just an actor who means a lot to me. It was Carl Lumley.
I don't even know who Carl Lumley.
Oh well, you're going to because
Yeah,
he's Martian Manhunter in Justice League.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah, okay, well that makes sense. But he hasn't. What about live action? Anything?
He was Jennifer Gardner's partner in all 5 seasons of Alias. And he is in Mike Flanagan's repertoire of actors who show up in everything that he does now.
Okay, yeah. Oh wait, wasn't he Carl Lumley?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah, he's Isaiah.
Yeah, he's Isaiah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and because he was also in Falcon, because he first showed up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, there you go. Put a face on it because I knew it. I was gonna be like, when I heard the voice, I went, sounds familiar, but I couldn't pinpoint it. Throughout the episode, I was like, I can't pinpoint it. And I'm like, I hope I don't get disappointed. I'm not that disappointed.
No, that's not disappointing. But for me, because I was such a big Alias fan when Alias was out, and then when he became Martian Manhunter, in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, I was just like, oh, this is great. And then, he showed up in the Supergirl CW show as Martian Manhunter's dad.
Yeah.
So
I remember seeing that, because now that I see his name, I'm like, oh yeah, because when people were talking about him as Isaiah in the MCU, people were like, oh, it's like Martian Manhunter's dad, even though I didn't watch Supergirl. I just remember seeing that on my timeline.
Yeah.
And it's all there. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so I'm not that disappointed because I don't know much of him, but I'm at the same time, anyway, he did voice Martian Manhunter. But hey, he's got a good voice.
We're not there yet. We're
not there yet.
We'll get there. We will get there.
Yeah. But so we have this is a character that, it's a new character.
Yes,
and the way that he gets introduced, obviously we got this nice big building that has, it's interesting because you see a lot of, especially when it comes to the future, you do see this whole idea that having a skyscraper with a lot of foliage, waterfall, like kind of make it nature-like, even though it's man-made and it's up in up in the
And you're
sky.
in the middle of this giant,
Yeah,
sprawling cyberpunk.
yeah.
Or I think it's the idea that you have to be so fucking rich in the future to even know like you have to pay for nature because nature has been so wiped out by the urbanization and the industrialization in the future. Nature is a luxury.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and then it looks cool. I mean, he gets the penthouse. I mean, it's obviously that's why he wanted that, because he is like this kind of like this warrior nature guy.
I mean, he's Craven the Hunter.
He's,
Be
yeah, he
he's
pretty much is.
he's pretty much Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
But with some very interesting. I mean, let's be fair. A lot of characters in comic books, you can say this character is just this other character because they're all archetypes.
Yes.
And so at least with the Stalker, he's got some twists to him that get revealed later. So that was cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here going the whole time going, this is Craven the Hunter. Like this is his motivation.
His motivation is to get the Batman.
Yeah, I know, right? Hunt the most dangerous prey. I mean, it's like it
is kind of interesting. You kind of want to know the backstory of like coming up this episode, because they title it Bloodsport, which is a DC character, but it has nothing to do with that character, and like I said, they kind of just base his look off of, to me, it was just a little, like I said, Saget and Dalsheim from Street Fighter a little bit, but and then yeah, he's basically his whole story is Craven the Hunter. It was like, oh yeah, he's a hunter, he stalks, and then now he wants to stalk the ultimate prey that is Batman.
But
Batman has returned.
But when now, however, when he shows up at the penthouse and he's actually dressed up in like rich dude gear, he's not in like the Stalker costume. I thought it was cool that when you walked in, you could, however, as a little tease, you could see the scar tissue poking out of the top of his jacket collar. Because you haven't gotten the full on reveal yet of, the scarring along his spine. But I love the fact that even before, it's like they paid enough attention to detail to realize that even in that outfit with his character model, that you would still see, that tender pink scar tissue that high up on his neck. I thought that was it's just when they think stuff through like that, when it doesn't just magically appear, like it was there the entire time. I thought that was a nice subtle detail, because this is one of those episodes, Dave, that I remembered the general idea of the episode, but as the episode went on, there were either things that there was a lot of that as things happened, I would go, oh yeah, I remember that happened, but there wasn't any predictive remembering. It wasn't like at some point in the episode suddenly the doors unlocked and I remembered everything. It was those things that I remembered it when it happened, because I'm like, oh yes, I remember seeing this. And
I remember the flashback, because flashback's dark.
Oh, dude, this episode is dark. I mean, the ending is dark. I mean, it's. I mean, this episode is surprisingly dark for a Saturday morning cartoon, and I really appreciated that. And so seeing the Stalker, because we never get an actual name for him.
No.
When he shows up, I also kind of snickered at the try hard bellhop. It's like, dude, you don't stick your hand out. That's just not what you do. The whole point is that someone's going to slip you, whatever they're going to slip you. If they're going to slip you something, you palm it. You do the handshake thing. The dude, holds it out. Like, you don't stick your hand out like, and tip now. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
Or like
not how
Rob
that works.
Schneider from Home Alone 2, where he does a little, he rubs his, the fingers. Yeah, you don't do that. But, and then it was just kind of funny because, yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. That was really cool that you do see that poking out of the back of his suit, just to kind of give you like, oh, this guy's been through some shit,
Yeah.
you know. And we're gonna find that out. But then then we definitely, they had to show us how badass he actually was. So let's get him out on the balcony, and a mosquito just comes on in, bites his freaking hand, and he just blow darts the. I
mean, you know how often I've wanted to be able to do that to a fucking mosquito.
I never see them to even catch that. I couldn't. I mean, geez, anytime I'm like, if I get in my backyard for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I don't see these little fuckers, and then
Okay.
all of a sudden I'll be.
How I see them?
How?
Okay, here. Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah.
They get caught in my hair. They're like, if I'm lucky, and they don't bite the shit out of me before, I find them, I will feel them moving around and squirming because they've got entangled in my hair, and then I can smack them. But I have smacked them before where suddenly my own blood is like, because they were in
the middle of sucking.
They were in the middle of sucking, and then I busted the blood bag, and it's just like, yeah, that's
funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have the hair that I have.
You don't have the body hair, no.
Yeah, I don't have the arm hair like you do. Definitely don't. But that's funny. Yeah, because anytime I go out, like there's sometimes where I'm out in my backyard, 10 minutes, whatever, and then all of a sudden I come back and inside, and then I'm just going, shit.
Yeah, you start.
They always bite my legs though. I never get it anywhere else.
That's do they always get? Okay, let me ask you. Do they get you in that little valley right at your ankle?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right above your shoe, and it's always that really nice sensitive spot where then when you start to scratch it, and the next thing you know, you're just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, those guys just like sneak in. I'm like, yeah, just be out there for a little bit. Don't even feel it until I'm, until about 15 minutes later, and all of a sudden I'm scratching. I'm going, yeah, some fucker got me. But anyways, that's from mosquito talk right there. But I just what was funny was like they had to show, oh yeah, this guy he means business. Check out what he does to this mosquito.
Well, I think it's almost like the Mr. Miyagi. The fly. When he catches the fly with the chopsticks, it's like, I can blow dart a mosquito.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. They have to show that, and it's cool. And then, of course, we cut to Batman, who's just doing, a normal little, let's patrol and let's disrupt an illegal
chop shop.
Chop shop. There you go. A bunch of illegal parts at when it comes to cars that have been stolen.
I love Terry's comment. They're into recycling.
Yeah, there's some good back and forth between him and Bruce in this one, I will say.
And I made several notes about that because I love the idea that by season 2, we've talked about how, especially after Lost Soul, like there was suddenly there is much more respect, between Terry and Bruce. And so I love the fact that they've reached that point in the relationship where they can just give each other shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just banter. I mean, right in the middle of Terry just taking on these guys, and he's not just overpowering them. He's having a little struggle. And Bruce just goes, oh, by the way, your mom called. And it's that trope of she wants you to pick up milk on the way home. And, it's like,
and he's got that shit-eating grin on his face as he says it.
Exactly. He's just like, I know you can handle these guys, but I'm just going to tell you that your mom called and wants you to pick up milk. And then, of course, it's like, Terry's like, you'll have to wait, as he's getting like, is that, but then of course Terry is victorious by
that one dude with like the laser chainsaw thing. That was cool. I like that was cool. That was a neat design. And a couple of the guys gave me like Frank Miller mutant vibes.
Yeah, because they had the sunglasses.
Sunglasses, yes.
Yeah. I was getting that vibe too. Yeah, no.
Oh, by the way,
Totally.
not the maybe the first time, but not the last time I'm going to bring up Frank Miller in this
Oh
episode.
yeah. Oh, I thought you were just talking about in the entire.
No, I'm
Okay.
talking about in this episode. I'm gonna blow your mind. I don't know if I'm gonna blow your
Ooh.
mind, but I don't know if you noticed what I noticed, and so I want to.
Well, probably not.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like more Frank Miller stuff. Okay, interesting. I can't wait. But and then of course we cut to the next morning, and we get that whole thing of Terry's mom waking him up, and then of course asking him, "Did you get the milk?" And he's like, sorry, doing
I was
apologizing.
slagged. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
slagged. that word never went off. Slagged.
Well, it's funny because if you're British, it has a completely different meaning.
What does it mean if you're British? Can you say it?
Well, if you're a slag, it's like you're calling someone like it's usually a derogatory term used towards a woman, and it's like you're this, because you know what slag is, right?
No, I just thought like you're just lazy.
No.
No.
Okay.
They're like, I'm slagging.
So
I think lagging. That's why. Or
in
something.
blacksmithing,
Oh,
slag is the junk that's like once you've melted the metal and banged it, like it's the impurities, it's the junk,
okay.
it's the crap that's left over in blacksmithing. So there's this British derogatory slang where you call usually a woman a slag, and you're basically calling her, like an ugly bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this also because I did the play Closer, which was turned into that movie with like Clive Owen and Jude Law and Natalie Portman. And I played the Clive Owen character. And there's a particularly nasty scene that like ends with him just like being foul mouthed as all get out. And that's when I really learned that. But yeah, that's what that means. So when they're like slag it, or I was slagged, it's like you're that, you're that junk that's left over. Slag him is like smash him, turn him into garbage, that's what that is.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I just thought I think I was thinking lag. It's like,
Right. No, yeah. I see where you're going.
I thought like slag was just like an emphasized, maybe they're just like, oh yeah, slagged it up, or whatever. Anyways.
It's been a long time since I've gone English teacher mode on.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like I've never like knew the definition. I just assumed it had to do with something that was just, it was just being lazy or something. But then we find out that, I mean, obviously we haven't seen. When was the last time we saw Terry's mom? It's been a bit. Been a moment. Terry Gar.
Okay. Terry's Splicers.
Splicers.
Because she had the tattoo in her ankle, and we were making the like, you cannot associate her little ankle tattoo with altering your DNA.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's when we saw her last. So, but this time we find out that, obviously now that she's a widow and she's raising the two boys, I mean, she needs to provide. So she has to like take a test. She needs Terry's help to be like, hey, you need to be kind of, you get that sense of like, hey, I need you to kind of be the man of the house kind of thing. You get that because obviously we got Matt, who of course is just a little shit. And then so then she's taking a test for her work that she needs to, because if she passes, she gets a nice little promotion.
Right. She needs to get the promotion. She needs the certification. To get the certification, she has to pass the test. Anyone who's had like especially an office job, you know all about this.
Jesus Christ. I know there's something right now that we've been so busy, but as soon as I have a moment, I have to like get certified on something where it's like, and you get that certification, which is always good. But it's always just like, I just hate it because, the program that you get that I need to get certified, it's a thing that I use every day and I know it like crazy. But when it comes to like, oh, you got to take the test, it's like, okay.
Oh, because the test always has the random shit that.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Yes.
It's like, I know how to use this thing. I can show you things and everything.
Oh, trust me. When I took my test for my current job,
yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, it's like I had a 1,300-page manual that I could study, and I can do my job just fine. But you're answering questions. It's like, I've been with this company for 2 years, and half this information. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about because it literally never comes up. I mean, seriously.
I know, but they have to do that shit anyways. It's so dumb. Anyways, but yeah, so we
feel for Terry's. We feel for Mary. We feel for Mary a lot.
Feel for her because you know she needs, and then Terry's just like, yeah, he needs to help out more. But I mean, of course, it's just not easy being a 17-year-old, working for Mr. Wayne, and being Batman.
Yeah,
that's
17-year-old vigilante.
Yeah. So then, of course, we cut back to our little stalker guy, and now he's gone full stalker mode.
Oh yeah,
and I love it too because housekeeping, of course, shows up, and then of course he's just like not having it. He's turned the place into his own little ritualistic kind of like headquarters. He's got a fire going. He's doing all the things, He's getting in character.
Oh, by the way, and the music in
pretty good.
I
like it.
Techno African.
Something like that, yeah.
Shout out to Michael McCuston who did the music for this episode. I made sure because I know that at this point in the animated universe, it could either be Shirley Walker or one of the three disciples. The Lolita Jimenez, Michael McCuston, and oh my God, I'm forgetting the third person.
Oh.
But there's the three of them.
Yeah.
And like especially after Shirley retires and or Shirley dies, the three of them become like the torchbearers of music for DC animation. But Michael was the one who did the score for this episode. That sort of that techno clubbing African vibe that was going on during this scene was like, I like this. I do more of this, please.
Yeah,
cool.
It was really great. It was great. But of course, he's just in full on mode, and then we get a sense of his superhuman abilities because he just straight out just runs to the edge and just decides to leap off the edge of the building, and of course, just like land and then leap off even further, and it's just like, okay, this guy is not human at all. So.
Well, he's human, but he's not just human.
Yeah, he's gotten enhancements, which we'll get to. But that's what choking on my own spit.
I hate when that happens.
Dude, I said that. I talked about this on Film Junkie Live on Monday. When I'm like, when you choke on your own spit, it's like, how stupid is that?
Oh, by the way, the third guy I couldn't remember, Christopher Carter.
Carter. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, no, like what you were saying, like what they do very well in this episode is just tease this dude's abilities, his whole, because like I said, you get we see a little bit of that scar. And then all of a sudden we get this scene where he gets in full on costume and full on stalker mode. But we don't even know his name still yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, we just know that he's out for Batman because we see that he made little, symbols, and then one of them's a bat. And then he leaps off, and then you go, okay, this guy's superhuman. What the hell? Like, what is going on here?
But now because now you've seen like the full on like pink scar tissue going all up his spine. So something's going on there. He, like you said, he's jumping and leaping, and it's like, you're no normal dude here.
Yeah, and he decides to go, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and bait Batman. So he breaks into like a museum type that has
tribal artifacts,
all that stuff. So naturally, when Batman is patrolling, Bruce tells him, man, there's a break-in over here. Okay, cool. And then when Batman gets there, I mean, this shows you that he was a totally baiting him because he didn't want to hide his break-in at all. He just smashed through the freaking.
And kudos to Terry for recognizing that.
Yes,
he was like somebody wanted company. Like he's like,
yeah, he wanted people
he
to
wanted
know
someone to
that
show up. Yeah.
And then kudos for Terry for be like, oh yeah, this place is full of antiques, relics. You'd feel right here.
You feel right at home.
Yeah. And Bruce is just like, ha, you know. So it's just like, yeah, it's like there you go. I mean, that's again the band.
No, I'm sorry. This is old man Bruce. He wouldn't go ha. He goes,
yeah, yeah, that's right. He didn't go ha. Yeah, kind of like. So you know, it got him a little bit back. You know, and you gotta love that. And then of course, you know, as he's looking through this place, the Stalker just shows up, and we get a nice little first fight scene between the two of them.
Yeah, and it's and I like how the Stalker is clearly better than Terry, but it's not like Terry is like gets his ass completely handed to him.
No.
Like he
handles his own, but he also doesn't win.
Right. Yes.
Which is usually the case. The first battle, usually the hero doesn't win, right?
Sometimes, but also, but Terry also, once again, I love the fact that Terry has not gone like he's not perfect. Like it's like, okay, he's not going to completely, he's going to lose without getting completely beaten. It's just like, yes, you're better, but I don't like get completely trashed while doing it. So it's nice. It's like, okay, you know, live to fight another day.
Yeah, and in the middle of all this, we get a flash grenade thrown at him, and at first you think, it's nothing, but it turns out it actually was something. And then of course, you know, when I almost called him Bloodsport, when the Stalker gets away. How does he get away? Shit, I forgot the guy. He threw the smoke bomb, and then now I forgot. I've totally like drew a blank. Like, how does he get away?
Okay, well, because what happens is that because he throws the flash grenade that distracts Terry, so he's able to get out, and then he's just outside clinging to the bottom.
Yeah,
of
clinging
that
to
bridge.
the bottom like Spider-Man.
But he's got that cool, like the way he's painted his body is like camouflage because he's blending in with the pattern of that bridge and that part of the city. So he's able to watch Terry fly away, which is also cool because it doesn't reveal yet. Like you would feel like in a different show that when the Stalker watches Batman fly away in a different kind of show, you would have already have had a POV shot right then, and you would have seen Terry glowing to set up the fact of what the flash grenade did. But then that would have robbed the surprise of Batman as Terry taking Matt to Cheesy Dan's and the Stalker still being able to track him. Like they hold off on the tracker reveal. And I appreciated that.
That's really good. No, like I said, there's this is the good writing of these, you know, especially Batman Beyond. I mean, yeah, even though there's like sometimes we're just kind of going like, what the fuck is this character or whatever, but they just sometimes just really do a good job, and they're doing a great job with this villain. Yes. You know, and what his motives and how he does his things. By the way, I just remembered where I recognized Cheesy Charlie's from.
Oh, finally came to you.
No, I looked it up because when you said Cheesy Dan's again, I was like, okay, and I just typed in Cheesy Charlie on my phone. Family Guy. Fucking Family Guy. I was like, I knew there was some cartoon that has Cheesy Charlies in it.
So you're telling me this whole time it's really ground your gears?
Yeah. Yes. You know what really grinds my gears, America? You. Fuck you.
It insists on itself.
Yeah.
It insists on itself.
Yeah. So that's why I knew there was something. I was like, there's a cartoon that has Cheesy Charlies in it. And I was like, I had to type it in. Family Guy, of course. Anyways, so now that we figured that out, we don't get that. And then, of course, we have Terry's mom who is waiting for Terry, who's late. and Matt's being just an energetic ball of madness.
Yeah,
And
that energy that children have, that you're just like, where the fuck does this come from, and where the fuck does it go?
yeah.
Because I sure as hell don't have it anymore.
Oh, I know. Well, I was an energetic child for sure, but not. I don't know. I don't feel like I was that bad where I was like, bah, or something. I was actually, I don't know. We have to ask Mama Film Junkie. Maybe she'll
Callum
say,
is.
yeah,
Callum's.
yeah. But so he meets up with them, and then it's like, okay, he's late, but hey, okay, so hey, now it's up for you guys for dinner, and then of course, Matt wants to go to Cheesy Dan's because they have video games and everything. It's like, yeah, of course, go to Cheesy Dan's. So they go to Cheesy Dan's, and this is where we finally, as they're walking there, this is where we do see that Terry is marked,
Yes,
and radiating through what the stalker sees.
which is cool also because there's is this when we get the reveal of like the cyber, like is that
Yes.
the one where he's like he got one eye closed, he got one eye open,
Yeah.
he's clearly got some sort of cybernetic implant in his eye, because then he does the blink thing,
Yeah.
and then his eyes are back to normal, and you're just like, dude, what
He's
is going
enhanced.
on?
He's enhanced. Yeah. So we get to, like I said, this is like you said, this is Chuck E. Cheese beyond. It definitely is, because when you see everything, you're like, oh yeah, everything's just amplified and everything. And then, hey, guess who's there? Our new friend Max.
Yes, which I could tell she was going to be in this episode for one reason.
How?
Cree Summer was the housekeeper.
Ah.
So when she went housekeeping, and went, oh, there's
Yeah.
Cree Summer.
Her
Max
voice. Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
Max must be in the episode.
That's funny how you can like guess that kind of stuff, because like, oh yeah, they're gonna make sure to save that money, and then use her voice a couple of times, which nothing wrong with that, at all. But yeah, of course she's there, and then as it's just so funny, because now that we know that Max knows that he's Batman, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting little dynamic,
Well, it goes back to what Max. It goes back to what Max revealed at the end of last week's episode, where she was just like, "I can be a help," and so immediately in the next episode, she helps. It's like she can tell based on what Terry is saying. Oh, you're doing your Batman thing. Yeah, I'll watch your little brother.
That's definitely what Terry needs, especially in this, because obviously he sees, because Cheesy Dan's is like a dome kind of structure, so it's got windows all around, and he sees the stalker kind of do his little leapy thing, like, and he's like, oh shit, and then he just like knows, like, oh, thank God Max is there, because hey, watch Max, I got something. And then she's just like, yep, you got it. And which is good. And then of course Terry tries his best to just like lose him in the streets.
Yeah, not realizing why this guy is like all over him. Like there's nothing you can do when you're, as Bruce will say later, glowing like a Roman candle.
Yeah. It's just yeah, that's pretty much what they say. But he tries to lose him in the streets, and then of course, I love it when Terry, like when he's running through and he gets out of an alleyway, and then you get the cops that show up, and the cops are like, and then he, of course, it's that whole thing of he tries to explain, oh yeah, there's a guy after me. He's got a bunch of tribal paint on and a spear, and they're like, what? It's like,
the dude's chasing me. And like, can you describe him? I also love how Terry's like, 6'4", tribal paint, spear. It's like, okay, Terry, you were oddly specific. And yet the cops are still like, whatever, man.
Yeah, but then they check, and then they do that thing where he's like, the flashlight, no one here. And then of course he gets taken out, and they get taken out. And then of course Terry has to run even more and get on the subway and everything. And it's, and then this is where so after all that happens, like, I forgot exactly, how does he get.
Okay, so what happens when he gets away is that you got the homeless person on the train.
That's right. Oh yeah, sleeping. The jacket swap. The jacket swap trope. Yes. I was like, oh yeah, I wrote that. I was like, wait, where am I at? But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, the fucking jacket swap trope. It always works.
Well, in this case, though, I like how it works this time, because the reason it works is because all the Stalker is doing is he's paying attention to the phosphorus glow.
which is on
He's
his
not
jacket.
right, which is on the jacket. It's still on Terry,
Yes.
but he because the homeless guy is wearing the jacket, which is also glowing, it distracts the Stalker long enough for Terry to get on the train if they're trained to leave, which buys him the time and distance he needs from the Stalker, so the Stalker can't run after. Like you could almost be like, well, he can still see you if he wanted, but clearly because he got on the train, I guess the Stalker isn't able to like run and catch up with the train at that point. I was a little unclear, if I'm being nitpicky, about why the Stalker couldn't just keep on chasing Terry
Yeah.
based on how well he was like chasing him earlier. But I guess we're just going to say plot reasons dictate that the train got too much of a head start and now the Stalker can't.
So he goes back to Cheesy Dance. Yeah,
Right.
because we do see the shot where like when he takes out the dude who's wearing the jacket, he then looks at the train going by and sees the glow of Terry within the train. So he's like, ah. But then it's like, okay, well, now I'm just gonna go back and get your little brother, because when Terry gets back and Max is sitting there and he just kind of plops down like, oh, and she's just she knows, but she's not going to say it out loud.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know why you left. Something's going on when it comes to your little other identity and everything. And then of course, I mean, you already know. It's like, okay, where's Matt? Oh, he's in the fucking super slide or whatever the hell.
Oh no,
God
this one
damn,
was.
if I was a kid and I saw that structure, holy shit, I would be in that thing for
But you want to know
hours.
what?
Huh.
As someone who has had to get their children out of
Oh,
shelters
pain in the
like
ass.
that, oh my god! I looked at Terry, was like, dude, I
Yeah.
completely understand, because
Yeah.
the only way to get them out is you have to eventually like get in it
Climb in
yourself.
there. Oh yeah. I mean, the last time I went in something like that, man, yeah, it was a couple of years ago, maybe a couple, yeah. And it's so funny being in one of those kind of like big structure kind of thingies with slides and tubes and all that stuff. As an adult, it's so like crazy because you feel things more. You feel your knees. You feel your elbows. You
There's
feel your
also not
wrists.
as much room for you in those
Yes,
things.
and it's just like, holy shit. But man, when you were a
The
kid,
claustrophobia is real in
oh
those
good
things.
lord. It's not, I mean, when I was a kid, you fucking dart through those things. You're diving through, you're sliding through, not even caring. You wake up the next day and your mom's like, why do you have bruised knees? Well, and it's so funny, man. I mean, yeah, it was just, but yeah, like when I saw that structure, I'm like, oh man, as a kid, I would have loved that. I'm trying to remember there was a place like in California that was like it was huge, and I forgot what it was called, but I remember Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah, I remember it was before it became Chuck
That
E. Cheese. Yes.
Yes, it ended up to, yeah, but that was like the East Coast. It started with the East Coast, and I remember that Showbiz Pizza. I think it was in it wasn't Montgomery. I think it was Dothan over there or something. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
It was, but I to this day, I still remember, you know, it was like over this hill, trees on all sides, of course, on a highway. And then you just go over this hill and you see that fucking sign just rise up. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. And I remember the first time we went, the ball pit just had like a standard ball pit. And then they upgraded and put some of the slides and tubing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was
Yes.
like, thank you. I just remember that specific Showbiz Pizza. But there was like a place over here that I can't remember. It was a huge place that was almost like Cheesy Dan's here. Not as tall, but it was pretty big. But I can't remember what it was called. Anyways, what we're getting at is it's fun, but
It's fun.
but
But
when
when you're
like I
older,
said,
it's a pain in
yeah,
the ass to get your kids out of it.
yeah. I mean, when I went, I was with my ex who has, an older child, and we were trying to keep up. And that was, it was just interesting because, yeah, you get very sore the next day because
Yes.
you're like, holy shit, I'm using these muscles again. Jesus Christ. I know. And McDonald's used to have the play place. They don't have those
Chick-fil-A
anymore.
used to
Oh,
Chick-fil-A was
yeah.
the one I'd have to get my kids out of all the time. Oh, jeez.
Burger Burger King probably Burger King had them too.
Yeah, and now none of them have it anymore.
Nope, they have none. Well, because they're just fucking petri dishes.
Yes, they are.
They are petri dishes of just grossness, but we didn't care. That built up our immune system.
Yes, it did.
That's what it did. That's what it did. But yeah, so when Terry has to climb up in there, and it was so funny because when he did, I was like, yeah, of course you have to climb up in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. And
He had way too much room. No, them.
These are big tubes, man.
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
No, like none of they're never actually that big. No,
no, you have to like get in there. Yeah,
it's like those air ventilation ducts in Die Hard. It's like no, you.
Yeah.
You know, they're never that
That's
big.
what a TV dinners feels like. Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, there's a section that got kind of. I'm like, what the fuck did this dude do? He just like tore.
You know how they never actually explain what he did?
There's just like a section of a tube that it just ripped apart, and I'm like, well, they had to make it dramatic, visually dramatic, I guess.
Right. Yes.
You know, to be like, oh fuck, Matt got kidnapped. You know, so they had to do a visually dramatic, like show something, because somebody would have heard that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Max, why didn't you recognize that entire tube is missing from the
exactly? So it's either Terry is gonna roam all through the tubing and slides, or we just show like a section that got ripped apart to indicate that, hey, Matt got kidnapped. Good on you guys. 22 minutes. We always say it.
Yes, we do.
We don't have time for Terry to like roam through tubes and slides. So naturally, we're like, oh shit. Now we got Matt that got. And then we get back to the penthouse, and no. We don't get back to the penthouse.
We go to the Batcave.
The Batcave, and this is where we finally, Bruce. Knows what's going on, of course, and we see Terry getting into like one of those showers to try to get
the decontamination showers.
Yeah. And then naturally Bruce is looking at the clothing and looking at it on her, and going, oh yeah, he marked you with that flash grenade, blah blah blah. And then there's a disc in the pocket where it's like you put it in there and there's like a blinking dot. It's like, oh yeah, he wants you to go there.
That's bait.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is if you want to use that GIF right there from fucking Mad Max. That's bait. Total bait right there. But of course, he's going to go because it's his little brother. He's not gonna,
And his mom's gonna kill him.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So obviously Matt's like in a little bird cage kind of thing on the balcony, like patio area.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
You said bird cage. And all I could think is fussy, Musher Graham, Madonna.
I need to watch that movie.
I know, I love that movie.
That movie's so fucking good, and I haven't seen it in so long. Yeah, I had to put that on my list, like for next time I have like a night of movie watching.
But Dave,
yeah.
Keep it all inside.
God, and Hank Azaria, Jesus Christ, he's trying to walk in his shoes. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's just so good. Nathan Lane,
Robin Williams,
Gene
Hackman.
Yes, it's just star-studded. Who's the woman?
Diane Wiest.
Okay, there you go. I couldn't remember. I was like trying to remember the entire cast, but my God, just so freaking good. So freaking good. Yeah, I gotta rewatch that. It's been so long. My mom loves that movie too.
Oh God, it's so
my
good.
Mom, like, she's the one that showed me the movie. She was like, "Yeah, you gotta watch this." I'm like, "Okay," and it was fucking hilarious. Anyway, so he's in there, and then of course this is where we get the backstory because Matt, he asks, he's like, "What the hell's up with your little scar?"
Yeah, and to Matt's credit, he's not scared. He's just kind of like, you're kind of cool.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's a little shit. So he's just like, man, whatever. And then we get the backstory of the fact that it's like, okay, because obviously Bruce found out, oh yeah, he's a stalker. We see an image of him, doing the hunting like,
yeah, he's got warrants up for his arrest for poaching. Yeah,
it's bad. And, he always likes to get like that. He's just that kind of guy. Like I said, it's a Craven kind of situation. That's so Craven. And so then when it comes to the scarring, that's where we get the backstory where he got attacked by a jaguar or a
panther?
Panthers. He got attacked by a panther. Totally got his back screwed up. It was like broken in like what 5 places they
5
said.
places.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they had to
So
replace.
this is the Frank Miller reference I wanted to make.
Okay.
Look at the way they drew this flashback sequence.
Yes.
A lot of
Very
black,
shadowy. Yeah.
very shadowy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
like
now I see it. Red too.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like go back and look at like anything like in Frank Miller's like Sin City, like any of his Dark Horse, like Sin City 300, you know, that.
Now.
Yeah. It's because, and also the art style of the flashback is so unique. It's like when it transitions back into the present,
So good looking.
completely different art style.
Yeah.
But yet it's got that, here's the black, and if it's not black, it's this one other color. And you make out the shapes based on the 2 colors. And it was so evocative of me of Frank's art style, especially when he draws in, like for me, it's the Sin City when all he's dealing with is black and white. I was just like, this is kind of like, and then like the way they drew the characters, like the shapes, kind of remind me of like that Frank Miller in the animated universe style, you know, like we saw in Legends of the Dark Knight. And I was just like,
okay,
so cool.
And yeah, okay, now I see what you were talking about when it was like, oh, there's something later on, and I kind of had a feeling it was like talking about the flashback sequence. Yeah, you're right about that. Like I didn't even think about how that, and it's like I said, it's beautiful. They show him like, you know, obviously they had to operate on him like crazy.
Dude, that was when I was like, okay, this episode just went dark.
Yeah, it went really dark because I mean, he's just getting, and you see him just writhing in pain. Just
as you can imagine, it's like they're just taking a saw and just like cutting his spine.
And then just adding all the, you know, rebuilding it. And I mean, I'm like, Jesus Christ, they didn't have any kind of sedative or whatever the fuck, or like he just couldn't put him under apparently. But yeah, geez, he's just writhing in pain. And he goes, yeah, it was like one of the most excruciating, like, painful experiences, obviously. And then, but then it shows that it enhanced him.
Yes.
They gave him enhancements. So then he just kind of breaks out of the hospital, gets out of there, and they show him going back and, you know, going back to and finding that panther and fighting him and taking him out.
Like with his bare hands. Yeah.
Yes, with his bare hands. And then, of course, he has him, you know, his head like
mounted, yeah.
Mounted, of course, because that's a ultimate trophy right there. So again, they do a very good job of just, hey, we're just gonna tease this all throughout,
and then they deliver. Like that's the thing. When you finally do get his backstory, like it's a fucking backstory. Like this is cool.
Literally a backstory because it had to do with his back.
Oh,
I'm here all week, guys. I'm here all week. Tip your waitress. What are we doing? That's right.
Oh, dude. I'm proud and disgusted at the same time.
I don't know. It just
good.
It's just
awful.
I was like, yeah, well, they had that opera on his back, so it was a good backstory. All right. Okay. I'm here all week. You loved it. You loved it, Scott. Tell me you loved it.
I know. I loved it. Like I said, I loved it and I hated it.
You hate that you loved it.
I hate that I loved it. Yes.
That's what it was. But yeah, this is where we're going to get to our clip because this is where Batman intervenes.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so and going to save his little bro right here and take on the little stalker guy. So obviously he does his thing.
If this bat spirit really existed,
the
ultimate challenge.
Okay, the stalker's motivation and the idea that he feels like Batman is actually like some sort of reincarnation, generation after generation, almost a very like it predates Grant Morrison's like Return of Bruce Wayne, like post Final Crisis idea. But the idea that there is a Batman for every generation, I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. And then he's got these crazy little robotic tentacle things.
Well, we got Kraven and we have Dr. Octopus.
The dark
pretty much.
Concrete jungle.
I wish you would have called it the Asphalt Jungle because that's a really great movie, by the way. Ever seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
John Huston directed. It's a film noir.
I mean, this guy's got all the things.
Oh, he's got all the toys.
I mean,
And now
look at
this, however, is different where Terry is getting his ass handed to him right now.
Yeah. I mean, Terry's like going, oh my God, he's got the upper hand right now. Just posing. And Terry has the technology. Yeah. Oh, you stepped into the freaking futuristic bear trap.
I know, right? That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. And then it was like, dude, you just threw the dude into your brother.
I'll drink your blood.
I'll drink your blood. And then it's like, yeah, Terry, you need to do this more often.
Please use the camouflage mode more often. This was amazing.
But then it works, because look what happened. Oh, you changed the implant. Oh no. You messed up the lenses. And I love this right here. Yeah.
Season's over.
Okay, this reminds me of the nightmare scene from Batman Begins when
Yeah,
Scarecrow
a little
gets
bit.
dosed with his own stuff.
Case of your own medicine, doctor.
You're a devil.
I'm sorry.
Stay back.
Dr. Crane is out of the office, but if you'd like to leave a message.
And then he just leaps. He's like, F this. And then he leaps, and then he's just on the tracks. There's a train coming. Is Batman going to rescue him, or is he going to get another creepy? Nope.
I also love how there's nothing left. Like there's no
Just papers.
like there's no Stalker juice, you know.
What happened to him?
He was running from his own demons.
Nice.
Looks like they finally caught him.
Yeah.
Okay, once again with
You
Batman
should've been
Beyond,
there, Mom. It was awesome.
that could have been a
I
really
was so
cheesy
worried.
one-liner.
There was this big guy
Yeah.
with a
But yet
spear
he
and
delivers it where
tattoos
you're
all
like,
over his body,
okay, that's
and he
dark.
put me in this
Yeah,
cage.
it is dark.
What?
Looks like they finally caught him.
Why?
And then, of
I
course,
don't
we have
know.
this
Then
heartwarming
Batman showed up.
ending where
Bam,
Matt's
wham,
like,
boom,
yeah.
Save me.
Like,
Okay,
and then
why
so
isn't
cool.
why
Not a
isn't
loser like
Terry
you.
like in
Hey,
the
we can't all
biggest
be
trouble
Batman.
right now? Like with Matt, you can't not tell mom that I got kidnapped by a supervillain.
That's very true. It's like, I know that is a good question. I didn't think about that, Scott. Is why, I mean, maybe she already grilled him and they just wanted a happy ending. But yeah, I mean, literally, what was the explanation? I mean, I guess the
Wait, that's the thing. I am dying to know what was the bullshit story
Yeah,
that
like
Terry came up with to cover his ass.
so basically you just had to be like, so apparently there was, I know that is a good question. Like, why would this guy,
You know what? It's the only hang up I have in the episode.
that is an interesting thing, because what would be the explanation that he would give his mom that Matt got kidnapped? Because the only reason why he got kidnapped because the stalker knew he was Batman.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Terry. So then he was like, okay, so this, I'm gonna bait him into coming into where I'm at and set up all these traps. Yeah, fuck. Maybe Bruce Wayne helped. He's like,
You would think
oh,
I mean,
this.
Bruce has to come up with these things all the time.
Yeah,
but it's
so-
like, but okay, Terry can lie and
Yeah.
say he was that cheesy dance the entire time. Like
Yeah.
that's doable. But then it's like so a supervillain kidnaps my little brother and then Batman saves him and now we're back home.
Yeah, or it could just let Matt say all that stuff and just be like, hey, he's got quite an imagination, right, Mom?
I was actually waiting for that, and when
Yeah.
it didn't happen,
Didn't happen. Yeah,
I was like, oh, so we're going with the fact that Mary actually knows that Matt actually got kidnapped.
yeah.
And like I said, it's not even, it doesn't even ruin the episode because I think
No.
the episode's great. This is a
Episode's
really
great.
this is
Good
a
episode.
really good episode, and like I said, it goes super dark, and
It does.
I love the episodes that go super dark because I'm a twisted individual like that. But but the one thing is at the end, I'm just like, I know 22 minutes, we had to wrap the sucker up. But I'm just like, man, as much as Terry because usually Terry, when he gets into this kind of trouble, yeah, Bruce has to show up to like save his ass, like the Slappers episode with the Bane Venom knockoff. It's like,
Yeah.
Bruce had to save his ass. And this one, it's just like, no, apparently Terry told something so convincing that Mary's just like, okay. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Don't know.
It had to end happy.
Yes, it
they're
did.
together, and then of course, they had to do that.
Well, and the
thing.
episode was already dark enough. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
So it ended up happy, and then of course Matt has to say like, yeah, Batman's so cool. I'm like, obviously.
I like my lame ass brother.
Yeah. So of course, the audience goes, ha, ha, ha. You see what
He
he did
is
there?
Batman.
Yeah, zing, zing. So yeah, good episode. Good episode. Don't we have some questions, but like I said, it gets dark. It gets dark in the right spots. They did a great job with this villain, building him up, building up his backstory.
I'm actually disappointed that he dies at the end of the episode because this is a villain that would be cool to see come back. Now you have to kill him because he knows that Terry's Batman. Like that's kind of the.
It's one of those things. Yeah.
It's one of those things, but it's like, oh, so cool if he came back.
Yeah, if he came back because he was quite the villain. I mean, Terry had a bit of a hard time, a struggle handling him, but he still did. So what do we got next week?
Next week, still Batman Beyond, and next week we have the episode Once Burned.
Once Burned.
Yeah.
Oh. I just looked at the thumbnail.
Yeah, no, the thumbnail gives it away. So
yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, we got some returning people.
Yeah, we do. Because once burned, twice shy.
Yeah, there you go. So Once Burned, the last one. Hey, pretty fly for a Filipino guy. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Who would you guys bet on? This guy or Karari? Karari to win it. Who's
okay, we work with me here, Dave.
Okay.
Karari.
Yeah,
we got you to finally say it right in the actual episode we talked about.
Right. I'm forgetting. Remind me who this character is. I've had some wine tonight.
Kurari was the Society of Assassins.
Yes. It just hit me right now. As soon as you started talking, I was like, oh yeah, Kurari. Yep. Because I had problems with it.
Yeah. I was coaching you the entire episode.
Yeah, so it's just all of a sudden it hit me.
To say that name.
I don't know. Who do you think? Oh, well, I mean, Karari. I would almost say because
she's got that. She's got that sword.
Yeah,
but the Stalker with his hunting ability.
And the enhancements.
And the enhancements. See, the enhancements are the one thing
that might be the edge.
That might be the edge. Yeah. Otherwise, this is a dead heat. Like this is a really good question, actually, because I don't feel strongly one way or the other. I lean towards the Stalker only because of his cybernetic enhancements.
The enhancements are what give him the edge. That's what it is. And the fact that he lured Terry to his makeshift, his temporary hideout, and then had all the booby traps, so she just kind of has the sword, and she's a badass. Don't worry. I mean, she's towards the end of that episode. My God, she has to take on all them. But I think we're both kind of leaning with the Stalker, to be honest. Yeah. So it's a good way to do it. But next week. What was it called?
Once Burned.
Once Burned, yeah. And you're going to recognize a certain group coming back. So
yes, we have returning villains.
Returning villains for that one. I know. I was like, Once Burned. I had to look at that, and sure enough, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. There is the thumbnail. The thumbnail shows that. So good times. And so thank you guys for spending some time with us right now. Always fun. Another great episode of Batman Beyond. And see Eric in the chat's like, spoiler alert, Stalker didn't die. Well, there's always that chance, but I don't think he shows up at all ever again, right?
I don't think
so. Right? Yeah.
No. Terry watched him get like.
Yeah, it was one of those things where unless those enhancements do something to him or anyways, what do you got to promote, Scott?
Of course, follow me on X at ScottDC27, on Vero at Scott McClellan, and follow my letterbox at Scott McClellan, ScottDC27. I've got 2 movies I'm planning on seeing over the Labor Day weekend. If you want to follow my continuing journeys of the awesome August, that my August has been insane.
Yeah, you've been going to the movies a lot. Well, you know what the thing is? We're now done with blockbuster season. This is where they put the movies. Like August and September are like just movies. This weekend, there's 3 movies, possibly even 4. I mean, when I talked about it on my show tonight, I was just mainly thinking, okay, we have Caught Stealing. Is that the
Caught Stealing? Yes,
Caught
the Aronofsky movie. Yes.
There's the Toxic Avenger that is limited release also, and then you got
The Roses is what I'm.
The Roses, which is of course just another version of War of the Roses.
Yes.
It was funny because my mom was like, "I want to see that movie." I'm like, "Do you know what that movie's about? Like what that's based off of, right?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Remember War of the Roses?"
With Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner and Danny DeVito.
And she was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I watched that with you." I'm like, when I was a kid. I just remember the end when they were hanging off the fucking chandelier.
Yeah.
That's the one part that I like remember so much was the hanging off the chandelier.
That movie is darkly funny.
That movie's crazy, especially when they were in another movie. What was the other movie that they were in?
Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, it was like, they were not this.
No, no. I actually just picked up. I didn't own War of the Roses, but it's on sale right now for like $5.
Yeah.
And because digitally, and because it's Twin Century Fox, Twin Century Studios, Disney now, it's Movies Anywhere. So you buy it one place, you get it all the other places. I have not seen the War of the Roses from start to finish. It was one of those. It came on TV as like a Saturday afternoon movie on the syndicated channel, and I caught like bits and pieces of it and saw the ending. Yeah. But when the trailer for The Roses came out, I was like, I did one of those things that I'm just like, wait a minute. And then
I didn't catch it at first.
And then when they do like the the credits at the end of the trailer, I did see, based on the novel, The War of the Roses. Because even the War of the Roses movie from 1989 was based on a book.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
there it is.
I recognized this plot, and I'm glad that I was correct. But yeah, I'm seeing The Roses tomorrow night.
Nice.
And then I was supposed to see it Sunday night, but then AMC, that stupid thing where it's like, the theater scheduled incorrectly, so the screening that I bought my ticket for got canceled, and so then I have to go digging around trying to find a different screening to go to. So now I'm going tomorrow night to go see The Roses, and then I'm going Saturday night to go see Caught Stealing.
See, I'm in a little bit of a because the movie theater that's close by is playing Caught Stealing and Toxic Avenger, and I'm like, oh. What? I'm like, Toxic Avenger, I know is going to be just like this crazy, gross out, just fucking extreme B-roll. I watched the original one. I know it's not that's not your bag.
No. I remember the Toxic, because there was even a Toxic Avenger cartoon when we were kids.
Oh yeah, I watched that too. That's why I'm going. And then when I saw, and then the fact that they filmed this movie a while ago and nobody wanted to distribute it. And then they finally got a distributor, and I'm just like going, I don't know. I might see Toxic Avenger just to be like, fuck it. But I do want to see Caught Stealing because it's Darren Aronofsky.
It's Aronofsky and the cast.
Yeah, the cast is good too. And I'm like,
it's Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Liev Schreiber, Vincent D'Onofrio. It's like I'm going to the movie just for the cast.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then it's. Someone told me because they got an early access, and you see it in the trailer because he wears the hat. The main character, Austin Butler's character, he's a San Francisco Giants fan.
Yep,
which I am. And I saw the hat. I remember seeing the hat in the trailer. I'm like, oh, cool, he's wearing a Giants hat. And then apparently, like it's talked about for a little bit or a brief moment in the movie where it's like, oh yeah, he's a Giants fan. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's wearing the hat. I'm like, well, that's cool. And that's almost going, Almost got to support it just because it's my baseball team who just won 12-3 right now.
Yeah, I saw your eyes the entire stream.
Sorry,
He's watching a baseball game.
I mean, every now and again, I had a glance just to see. I know. I hate that I do. I was trying not to as much as possible. You caught me. The teacher caught me, guys. The teacher caught me.
Because your eyes. It was like every time your eyes did that, I was just like. I was actually looking in your glasses, like, can I see the game in his glasses?
Yeah, nah, it's all good. But I don't know. I'm still kind of debating on which one because at the same time I'm like, I gotta maybe try to make time for both. I don't know.
I'm being intrigued to see where you go, but I'm getting both. Like I said, I'm getting the Roses tomorrow night, so look forward to that review, and then Caught Stealing Saturday night. And because I get Sunday and Monday, I get Labor Day and the Sunday before Labor Day off from work.
Nice.
So
there you go, 2 days off.
I know. I'm looking forward to September because I've already got 3 movies in September. I already have showings booked in September. So this is how busy. Like I am having that problem where even with 4 reservations now with AMC A-List. I am still in once I watch the Roses, I can then pick up another like I'm having to do the game of I plan my screening in advance, but I'm getting ready so that when the showtime, because I've told you this before, like as soon as the showtime passes, my reservation frees up. So usually I'm sitting in the trailers of one movie, booking, the next movie with the reservation slot that just freed up because the trailers have started. So, because for September, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a preview why you should be following me. Because in September, I've already got tickets for The Long Walk.
I'm about to say you better have that one. Oof.
Oh, God, that one didn't even those tickets didn't go on sale until like yesterday. Like the showtimes have been sitting in the AMC app. Like these are what the showtimes are going to be, and I'm just like, so I got The Long Walk. I've got Downton Abbey, the grand finale, the third and final Downton Abbey movie. And
I have not watched any of that. So
I love that show. Heather and I love that show. We've gone to date nights to all the movies. So this is
because it was like a show also, right?
6 seasons of a show.
And like
3
how many
movies.
movies? How many?
3.
3? God damn. That shows that it's so crazy how popular that because I'll see the commercial for it in front of like a YouTube video and I'm like, I know about this, but I have no desire to watch that. And I'm just like going, there's a movie out now? How many movies have there been? How many fucking seasons? Like it's a whole thing. I'm like, Jesus.
6 seasons and 3 movies. And the beauty about it, because it's British, it's that British style.
Yeah.
Every episode and every movie written by the same guy.
That's awesome. Love that. What else you got?
And Big Bold, Beautiful Journey.
I don't know what that one is.
Oh, that's the Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie movie.
Of course, I'm gonna fucking see that. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ! Yeah.
I saw the first time I saw the trailer for that was in front of Life of Chuck.
Oh, okay.
I was just like. And that was one of those trailers that like I had not heard of the movie at all until I saw the trailer. And as soon as I saw the trailer, I'm like, I am watching that movie.
I saw it online and I was like, okay, that looks good. Good. Yeah. So I'm going to see that one too. I think the only movie that my dad will actually see in September is The Long Walk. He was like, oh yeah, that one looks. I'm like, okay. Because now it's just so funny because I'm like, I'll let you know, Dad, which movies that I think you're gonna, because we're not. I mean, for the months of September, it's kind of iffy, and then of course we get to October, and then that's where shit starts picking up again with movies he definitely wants to watch, which is funny. But all right, guys, so that is tonight's show, and then of course, thank you for spending time with us, and we'll see you guys next week. Look forward to reviews. Like I said, I'm kind of up in the air of which movie I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna have to decide tomorrow. I mean, I might just do the Toxic Avenger just to because I was looking forward to it, but then at the same time.
And did you hear the marketing thing that they're doing for the Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, about the medical
people who can't pay the medical bills, they're gonna raise money to start paying off medical debt.
Cool. Yeah. pretty cool.
There is a part of me, I don't really want to see the movie because it just sounds like it's going to be like a gore fest, which is
It's going to
not
be
my.
a gross out fest for sure.
But that was cool. Like
Hmm.
that was something that I just went like. You gained my respect there, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but look forward to reviews and stuff like that. And then of course, Vodka Stream on Friday. Got a guest, so that'll be good to get to know another creator, which will be fun. And yeah, we'll have some good conversations and everything. And we'll see you guys here next week. And subscribe, do all the things. We love you, and we will talk to you later.